Okay, so this short video is going to help you answer questions on the 1 in 60 rule that might come up in the exam. It's called the 1 in 60 rule because of a sort of quirk of trigonometry. We don't need to worry about that. It's not really a practical thing for flying, I don't think, but it's certainly useful to know, one, to pass the exam, and two, it's good to know about angles and have a good idea of symmetry and things. So let's just have a look what it is. In the exam, you might be given a question that says that you're traveling from A to B, which is a total of 100 nautical miles, and after 30 miles along your track, you realize that you're, say, 5 miles to the north of track. What they want to know is what angle that you have to change your heading by to get from your position back to your original destination, B. Okay, so what we really need to know is this angle here. This angle here will give you the number of degrees that you have to obviously turn to the right to get to. I'm just going to do it mathematically for you. We have a total journey of 100 miles. After 30 miles, you're 5 miles off track. So the formula goes that you take your distance off track. So I'm just going to write it like this, d off, and you divide it by the distance gone, d gone. You multiply that by 60, that's the trigonometric function. The second part of the formula is the distance that you're off, and you divide that by distance to go, and multiply that by 60. So we're going to add these two angles up. This first part gives us this TEA, which is called a track error angle. The second part of the formula gives us the angle, the correction angle. So if we add that angle to that angle, we're going to get our correction. Right, so the distance off was 5, divided by the distance gone, which was 30, and we multiply that by 60. We can see that that is 10, because that's 2, isn't it? 2 by 5, 10. And the distance off here, 5. Distance to go is 70 miles. So we multiply that by 60, and we can see that's about 1.5. That's about 4 degrees. Yeah, it's a bit more. We can use a calculator during the exam, so don't worry about doing that as mental arithmetic. The answer is 14 degrees. So from this point here, we need to turn right by 14 degrees in order to get to B. So we'll have an answer. One of the answers will be probably 10. Answer B might be 8. C would be 14, and D would be something else. And it would be to port, to starboard, to port. And the obvious answer is we have to turn right 14 degrees to starboard. Another way of doing this, of course, if you do completely forget this formula, is draw yourself a little scale diagram. So I've done that here. I've used a nav ruler. So that's 100 nautical miles, that's 5. It's a little scale diagram, and I'm expecting this angle here to be about 14 degrees. There's my protractor. There's my glasses, so I can see my protractor. And I put that on there, and it is 14 degrees. I don't know if you can see that, but I promise you it is. That's the 1 in 60 rule. Just learn the formula. Have a look at the formula before you take the exam, just in case it's in the exam. and you might become one of the 60 people who remembers this after you finish PPL. Thank you.